What does it mean to be transgender? Today I'm going to try and explain my take on what transgender is and my views on it, and you guys can make your own decisions on what I have to say. But I'm going to try and enlighten a couple of people who maybe don't know as much about it, and hopefully give people watching some kind of different take on it. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to be educational and all that kind of thing. That sounds fun. Hey guys, and welcome into the Roxy Report. Okay, so today we're going to talk about what it means to be transgender. So first things first, we have to start from the beginning, because not a lot of people really understand what transgender means, or people who are transgender, and people can get mixed up between transgender, transsexual, and transvestite, which are completely different things. So, first things first, transgender and transsexual are people who have the need to transition. They are born in the wrong body. And the transition, or the transgender side of that, is that they transition to become the right sex for them. Transvestite is the more sexual and the more wanting to be a woman, but it's not full-time. So that is the difference between transsexual and transgender and transvestite. Transvestite is more kind of the sexual side of it, and they don't need to become women or men, if it's the other way around. Transgender and transsexual are people who need to transition or want to transition. Okay, so my take on how it all starts is when you're in the womb, we're all female for about 2 weeks. And in that period, you are female. That's why men have nipples. That's kind of the scientific fact behind that. So the body will produce chromosomes into the body, and those chromosomes will decipher whether it's male or female. And those chromosomes, however many X or Y chromosomes go into the body, determine the gender. Something in that process goes wrong, and the activation of the body will become male, but maybe the brain activation doesn't activate, so the body is still female, and vice versa for female to male. That's my take on it and how it works. No one's really sure, but that's the most likely, and it's something where it's kind of interesting. It's always something I've always wanted to look into more. But the idea that we're stuck like this from birth is a pain, and it's not something we have a choice in at all. It's something that is with us for our entire lives. So that's how that works. When a person decides to transition from male to female or female to male, they will go to their doctors and basically get a psychiatrist to check them over to make sure they're all stable, and then they will start transition. And normally this is used with hormones, hormonal replacement, even later down the line surgery for the genitals and that kind of thing. But right at the start, hormones are kind of where people start, and that's where I'm at right now. And that can take up to 2 years until you're allowed the surgery. So it's something we have to wait for, and the gender clinics here aren't fantastic. The US in some places has it a lot better than we do, although our transition is paid for by the government, so we can have it all done for free. But it's something where I've never had any surgery done, I've never had any plastic surgery done. I am just on hormones, and then I will move on to the sexual reassignment, which is later down the line. But it's a daunting process, not only because you have to explain yourself to doctors that don't really seem to understand all the time, and some of them are trained to be able to deal with people who are in the same situation with gender dysphoria and that kind of thing, but not all of them do a very good job of working with you and actually making anything clear. So that is one thing you definitely have to look out for. when transitioning. But if you're not transitioning, if you are cis female or male, if you have any friends that are transgender or going through transition to become a woman or male, then basically help them as much as you can. Support is the best thing you can do, because support will get them through so much. There are so many suicide cases with people going through gender dysphoria who have come out maybe to their families and have been rejected, or just have people online who don't know any better, who don't understand, maybe bullying them. And that's sad, because it's not something that we can help. Okay, so near the end of the process of transition, there are two kind of split off points. Some people will remain to be transgender. They were transgendered females. They will continue to go by that and live their lives as transgendered females. And other people will just go off and be their preferred sex and forget their past lives, which both ways of doing it are absolutely fine. I don't see any problem with either way. I am someone who likes to remember their past, and because it made me what I am today, and I don't really want to forget who I was. So the idea of kind of forgetting my male self is not really something I want to do. So it's really up to whoever goes through transition, and everyone does transition differently. So it's up to you what your decision is on that. But if you feel like you are female, then screw everyone else. Go and do whatever you want to do and be awesome. But that's how I'm personally taking this transition. I still kind of generalize myself as female because I am. But I don't want to forget that I was transgender. So that's one thing that I'm doing in my transition. So I hope this video helped someone out there who maybe doesn't know what transgender means. It isn't this horrible, weird thing that the media and the press have made it out to be. We are just human beings who are just trying to live our lives, and we're not crazy. Well, maybe some of us are, you know. I'm not the most sane, but we're just trying to go through our lives, because you only get one chance at life, and if you don't go for what makes you happy, then you'll be unhappy for the rest of your life. So the main advice from this video is, if you're thinking you have gender dysphoria, look it up, research it, ask your friends, talk to your family, and show them this video, because hopefully me telling them it's okay is the best thing that I can do. So thanks for watching, but until next time, that's me out. Bye guys.